Guys, we're going to get straight into this one, and we're looking at the wider market conditions, specifically regarding Evergrande, because we have had an update with Evergrande. It's worth talking about in this video, and that's what we're going to be doing, because it does all tie back into the broader markets, and of course that does tie back into AMC for reasons which you will know. But it's going to be a pretty long video, I do expect, so we're going to dive straight in. But can I ask you guys to please leave a like and subscribe for some good luck towards AMC. But do remember, as always, that this is not financial advice. It is only my personal thoughts and opinions based on what I am seeing. So again, if you do enjoy it, do share. But now we're going to get in. So this one's coming from the Financial Times. We're having this piece over here. Oaktree risks shutdown with Beijing over Evergrande debt. Los Angeles-based asset manager has secured loan to one of the ailing Chinese developers' star projects. Let's have a quick read of it. Now, it is a very long article, so we'll just summarize the most important bits. Basically, Oaktree is risking a shutdown with Beijing, over one of the ailing property developers, Evergrande, and one of its most prized projects in mainland China. So, as we discovered, it's Los Angeles based, and it has secured a loan to a sprawling tourism resort on the Yellow Sea coast called Venice that would allow it to take control of the land, and even in the event of a default. So it's already putting those plans into place in the eventuality of a default, which is a big thing. It's a good thing, but it also kind of shows us where things are already and where things are going in the future, again specifically regarding Evergrande, because we've not heard a little bit about Evergrande for some time, but that doesn't necessarily mean things are good. And I do personally believe Evergrande is another one of those issues, in the sense that on the front of it, it seems big, and of course behind that they're going to try downplay it. But it's another case of you can kick the can down the road, but only for so long. You can run away from the problems, but ultimately you cannot hide from them, and eventually they will come and hit you in the face. So that's what I personally believe about Evergrande, but we'll have to see if that does come in to be the case in the next few weeks, months and years. Anyway, going on a bit further, we can see a move by Oaktree to seize the Venice development could have a profound effect on the wider restructuring of Evergrande, which has been trying to reassure its creditors since its finances started to unravel last year. We can see down here, Evergrande announced on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange on Wednesday that it aims to come up with a preliminary restructuring proposal in the next 6 months. If Oaktree attempts to claim land, it could face a difficult fight in mainland China over an asset that is strategically important to the Evergrande and Beijing because of its vast size and because ordinary Chinese citizens have bought homes there as well. Oaktree did not comment on Thursday. So the Venice project, which has been in development for more than a decade, embodied the metric of ambitions of Evergrande, and it has racked up more than 300 billion of debt to fund its rapid expansion. The resort has a 7-star hotel apparently, and a lot of other things that we could see, but that's just speaking about it. We're more bothered about what this means rather than the actual thing itself. But we can see down here, Oaktree on Tuesday took control of a sprawling plot in Hong Kong called Project Castle after Evergrande did default on the loan. The move through turmoil into a plan to restructure the Chinese developers' 20 billion of offshore debts because it was a crucial piece of collateral in its planned deal for bondholders. So lending in mainland China is considered far riskier than in Hong Kong because of the difficulty foreign creditors have navigating the system, because it is quite difficult. And while many US distressed debt funds refuse to lend assets on the mainland for this reason, others have been coaxed into this more hazardous form of Chinese lending because of the dearth of opportunities in mainstream debt markets. So it gives us a bit of a broader idea of what's going on there. I don't want to read too much more of it because that is just the most important bits, if you will. And tying that back into where we are in the wider markets, I do think this does potentially have an effect. So what it shows to us is, like I said, I think with Evergrande, people have kind of not forgotten about it by something which we're not hearing about as much. And when we tie that back into the state of the US markets at the minute, things are not looking too well across the globe. And of course, if there are problems in China, that definitely would have problems probably caused around the world, including the US. And the question is, the markets already are not looking too good, and if we keep getting more and more bad things happening, in the markets, the question is, how long is it until we actually see that full-blown crash? And obviously, will that have the effects that we wish for it to on AMC? It's not impossible that this could go on to affect some of the hedge funds who are out there, and it could possibly potentially cause some margin calls in the market, which could possibly as well be good for us, as they would have to potentially cover and close their short positions. And again, that would be the start of the meltdown, because as I have said before, we have a lot of catalysts which could potentially kick this one off. But all we need is one of the big ones, to come into place. Now, as far as a lot of the other catalysts come, we have the big ones and we have the medium-sized ones and we have the small ones. As far as the medium and small ones go, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. We need to find all the pieces, put them into place before things do go on. But really, on the big end of things, the bad news is hitting fast, both on the US markets and now apparently with Evergrande as well, potentially. So tell me what you think to this down in the comment section. It's been a relatively short video, but I did think it was worth noting, because this is potentially a big thing going forwards into the future. It's important that we do have a look at the wider market conditions and how the wider markets are looking, because that can play into AMC a lot more than you might initially think. So what do you think to this one? Again, drop me that comment down below. I want to hear what you say about this. So I'll see you in a bit. Goodbye. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further, we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks, including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.